Hi friends, I'm Sai Chaitanya. Welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Guru. In this video, I'll be talking about the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G device, which is also called as the Mi10i. So recently, I did so many videos on this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G, and one of the most requested video is that is it suitable for the gaming users or not? So this was the most requested question on this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G device. That is it good phone for the gamers, and what are the things you did like in this device considering the gaming point of view? So that's why I thought of making a video on this separately only for the gamers. So that's why in this video I'll try to explain all the things about the what are the few things which makes a lot of sense for the gaming only. So this is a complete video dedicated for the gamers only, friends. So try to watch till end of the video if you're that one kind of person who is looking to buy the device but really confused to buy the Poco X3 or this phone or wait for another phone. So this video will be helping you a lot in terms of deciding whether to buy this phone or not. And in case if you want to download this live wallpaper, make sure to check the links in description for the playlist of the live wallpapers. And not only that, even there is a playlist available for the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G device, so you can find so many amazing videos which are already uploaded on this phone. So first thing, let me talk about the processor. So this is the most interesting thing about this phone, the Snapdragon 750G processor. For any gamers, doesn't matter remaining any specifications. Only the first thing is most necessary is the processor. So that is where the few of the games will be kind of lag, and few of the gamers will be kind of disappointed. But in this processor Snapdragon 750G, for this mid-range segment mobile phone, definitely this is 1000% the best processor, I would say, definitely, friends, in my opinion. So it is a Antutu benchmark score which I got here, and if you see the Antutu benchmark score, 3,40,000 is a seriously very good score. Even it did beat the OnePlus Nord device, so which I'm having the OnePlus Nord here. The processor is really powerful than the Snapdragon 765G, so powerful than the OnePlus Nord as well. So if the price of this phone is gonna be 17,000 or 18,000, then definitely for this price there is a best phone you can get for the gamers. So this is what gamers can be really relaxed in terms of the performance and everything. Most of the games, they do support the 120 fps without any issues. Even I did try so many other 120 fps gaming, so most of the games they did work very good properly without any issues, friends. As I said, I did a lot of gaming tests on this device using this 120 fps gaming, so no issues with the 120 fps or anything. And PUBG, right now I didn't get the 90 fps support, but there are few games which actually does support the 120 fps. Like right now I'm playing the 120 fps game here, so which is kind of supported at the moment, as you can see. So let me try to quickly show you the real-time fps count. As you can see, friends, the real-time fps count meter, you can clearly see. So right now it's playing at 120 fps, so and 108 fps, you can see your friends clearly. And this what the gaming is really good in this phone, no issues. But few of the games, they need to be getting update from the continuously from the gaming developers. For example, the PUBG game, the PUBG is actually supported only smooth and ultra at the moment, so there is no smooth and extreme settings. If you use the GFX tool, then only you can play. So unfortunately there is not even 90 fps support by default. So maybe in the future the games need to be getting update, then they might be able to support in this phone. But right now with the processor, I'm really happy, no issues, no complaints at all. And next thing, what I like is a software thing. So software thing means which is having the real-time fps meter, as you can see, friends, so which helps a lot in terms of having the real-time fps meter. So not only that, so there is also another special features which does include in the game turbo mode, as you can see. So there are so many other options which are hidden here. There's a special feature called voice changer, so which I particularly like about the voice changer in this phone. So definitely you need to try that one. And even there is an option for the visual enhancement mode as well, which will increase the colors and brightness as well. So I'll try to talk about that thing in the next video. But the software customization thing for the gamers is really good. So where you can get the CPU and CPU and the GPU percentage, how much it's utilizing and everything. So it makes a lot of sense using this kind of software thing. And real-time fps meter is also really good advantage and bonus point for most of the users as well in terms of having this kind of real-time fps meter. So next thing, what I like about this display is that having 120 Hz refresh rate. So the display has got 120 Hz refresh rate, and which is really good for the gamers. So this is another most interesting factor that most of the users, they need to consider. So one is a processor. So next is the software is also really good in terms of showing the lot of things for the gamers, and the display should also be very good, high refresh rate, powerful display. So there is also a case here, so which is really good. So processor is a tick, and high refresh rate display is also tick. And next is a battery. So this where I did feel slightly backward in terms of the battery backup. The phone has got 4800 mAh of battery, so which is really less when you compare with the Poco X3's 6000 mAh of battery. So it is a Poco X3 which has got 6000 mAh of battery, so which is really less when you compare with the other gaming phones. But you do get a fast charging of 33 watts. The phone can actually charge within 70 minutes of time. That's a really good advantage. It took about 65 minutes of charging time test in my fast charging test here. So overall the battery segment is the one thing which I did have a problem with this phone, friends. So definitely I did a battery backup test as well while playing the PUBG game continuously, starting from 100% to 0%. So make sure to check that video so that you will get more knowledge about this battery backup of this phone. But overall, apart from the battery backup, everything seems to be fine. The haptic feedback and the loudspeaker is also really good, having the dual speaker setup, which is also really convenient while playing the games using the loudspeaker. So you'll get very good immersive experience. When enemies are walking from the left or right, you will be able to hear the sounds from left and right. That's a really good advantage of having the dual stereo speaker setup. So overall, friends, the final conclusion is that the phone is suitable for the gamers, but only one thing where it's lagging is the battery backup. So if you are okay with the battery backup, then definitely this phone would be the best option for you. The money can buy. And that's it, friends. This is a quick review on this phone. And for more videos, make sure to subscribe and follow me regularly. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.